From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, October 6th, 2014. Silver is trading at $17.03 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,196 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $330. Antiwar.com reports a female fighter from the Kurdish People's Protection Units, or YPG, has launched an unprecedented suicide attack against the Islamic State fighters on the outskirts of the town of Ain al-Arab. According to the Syrian Observer for Human Rights, the attacks killed a number of fighters from the Islamic State, though exactly how many remains unclear. The attacker was a commander in an all-female YPG unit. Weeks of fighting for Ain al-Arab has put the Islamic State on the outskirts of the key Kurdish border town and have the Kurds increasingly desperate in trying to turn the tide. The YPG militias have dominated the Syrian Kurdish territories throughout the civil war, fighting against the Islamic State along the frontier. It is unclear if the new suicide bombing represents a shift in tactics or is an isolated incident. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. The Associated Press reports a one-time death row inmate now serving a life sentence for a 1981 murder of a Philadelphia police officer spoke to students graduating from a Vermont college on Sunday, encouraging them to strive to transform the world. Mumia Abu-Jamal spoke by video to 20 students receiving bachelor degrees from Goddard College in Plainfield. He earned a degree from the college in 1996. Goddard College describes him as an award-winning journalist who chronicles the human condition. But the decision to allow Mumia Abu-Jamal to speak angered police and corrections officials in Vermont and Pennsylvania. The Vermont Troopers Association said it showed a disregard for the victim's family at a time when the nation is seeking solutions to gun violence. Goddard, a low-residency school where students, staff, and faculty spend 8 days on campus twice a year, holds 20 commencement ceremonies every year so students in each degree program can individualize their graduations and choose their speaker. Goddard said students design their own curriculums with faculty advisors and do not take tests or receive grades. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. Reuters reports the U.S. Supreme Court opens a new term in which the 9 justices will decide issues such as whether a Muslim prison inmate can have a beard and whether a man can be prosecuted for making threatening statements on Facebook. The term, which runs to the end of June, is expected to be defined by whatever action the justices take on whether states can ban gay marriage. They have not yet agreed to hear any of the 7 cases already decided by federal appeals courts. Most legal experts expect them to decide the issue with oral arguments early next year and a ruling likely in late June. Arguments start today in the cases the court has already accepted. It has agreed to hear a number of cases involving people challenging their treatment by the government, whether it be prosecutors, police, or agencies. Arkansas inmate Gregory Holt's challenge to a state prison grooming policy will be heard tomorrow. Holt, who initially got the court's attention with a handwritten plea last year, says the policy violates a federal law giving religious rights to prisoners. Holt's lawyers note that 44 state prison systems and the federal government allow inmates to have similar beards. Legal experts predict he has a good chance of victory. The Facebook threat case, to be argued on December 1st, concerns Anthony Alonis, who posted statements on the social network in 2010 after his wife left him. The legal question is whether prosecutors needed to convince jurors that Alonis intended his statements to be interpreted as threats. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.